submitter, which is the Christchurch Youth Council. Have we got the Christchurch Youth Council here? Yeah. So Amy Knudsen, Dom Wilson and Kate Burgess. So thank you very much indeed for joining us. Welcome to the table. Good to see you.
Thank you all for having us. As the Deputy Mayor said, my name's Dom.
I'm Amy.
Kate, and yeah, we're from the Christchurch Youth Council.
So the Christchurch Youth Council, if you don't already know, we're a group of 12 to 24-year-olds who are super passionate about Christchurch and about advocating for young people's voice within Christchurch in itself. And we are determined to have a young voice on the bigger discussions so that we can have our voice heard throughout Christchurch.
So as many other organisations, we ran a very quick and small consultation for the annual plan for a wider group of young people. In about 48 hours, we managed to get 66 responses from young people across the city. In our document, which we'll be submitting, we have full lists of statistics and full information about what's been said. But because we're going to go a short period of time, we're going to quickly go over some points before we'll open it up for questions. But firstly, something we found from our consultation is that we need to make sure that there is more youth-friendly information about the topics at hand, because it becomes difficult for us as an organisation to be able to consult on this stuff and try to get this information across in a youth-friendly manner, because it is some very big, wide-reaching topics and stuff like that. So that's one of the number one things that we want to acknowledge and really ensure that both organisations can be working together to create that sort of information.
We also recognise the difficult balance between the rates increasing and putting funding into communities and things like that. And we also want to make sure that struggling families aren't financially burdened, because that is a big thing that young people are worried about, is that their families or their friends' families or whatever may end up financially burdened if they aren't already.
In regards to the water charge, young people would support a charge for those who are using an unfairly high amount of water, but what we saw throughout young people was to ensure that it would not affect low-income families with more household users who would use that increased amount of water. So the support from young people would be there as long as there's exceptions that would be made to ensure it doesn't unfairly affect people.
And just to add to that, that information is accessible to those people of how to get those exceptions.
Yeah. Young people, as you probably already know, are super passionate about the environment and super passionate about people in general. And we just want to make sure that the glyphosate reintroduction isn't just to save money. We wanted to make it sure that it's actually for the health of people and the health of the environment, just because everything that's gone on, we want to make sure that it's healthy for them.
In regards to the increase to the Strengthening Communities Fund, we believe as an organisation that it would benefit those on the ground social supports, particularly organisations like our own who apply and receive funding from that. It'll make bigger opportunity to create more support for specifically young people, but all ages of people.
We just want to make sure that CCC is prepared to ensure that young people have an opportunity to feed into the long-term plan and the future engagements. We want to make sure that it is youth-friendly, not just aimed at adults 30 and above. We want to make sure that young people of all ages can actually have an opportunity to have their say.
Finally, we just want to recommend that the City Council uses the Christchurch Youth Action Plan as a resource in making decisions. It was commissioned by City Council back in 2016, and we want to ensure that the voices of about 400 young people are actively being used in the decisions that the City Council does make.
And the Youth Council used that document as well as a foundation for our submission, as well as the respondents from the survey.
We feel like CYC, Christchurch Youth Council and Christchurch City Council have a responsibility to support young people and to be able to genuinely engage in consultations. And we think that there is further work to be carried out in the partnership of this. Christchurch Youth Council are excited to be supported that the council in the long-term plan from an early stage to ensure that it is youth-friendly and that it has a good engagement process from the very beginning. So we want to let you know that feel free to get in touch with us. for any help that you guys need to make sure that it is youth friendly, because that's just a super passion of ours. But we also want to thank the engagement team for taking the time to meet with us as well, and thank you for the opportunity to let us have our voice.
So thank you for taking the opportunity to meet with us today. I've got a couple of councillors indicating questions, but unfortunately we haven't left time for that. I mean, there are ongoing conversations that we're having with the Youth Council, and we certainly value that. But thank you very much indeed for taking the time to make your submission to us this morning, and in fact for addressing some of the key points that we've raised in our own submission document that you've spoken to this morning. Thanks for the work you're doing. Thanks for the time you've taken. Thank you.